Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We just finished up the Birmingham Major. It's March 31st for me. I'm releasing this on April 1st, so I'm going to make it abundantly clear from the start that this will have no April Fool's jokes. I know, I had the perfect opportunity to clickbait all of you, and I didn't. You're welcome. That being said, I'm making this now so that I don't get clickbaited, and there's a lot of time in between all the fake news that's about to come out tomorrow and what's actually happening. I've already seen multiple things because it is 10:25 Eastern time. And for those who do math in terms of world clocks, April Fool's has already hit in Europe. A Chronic announced that he's retiring, but that tweet came out at 7:02 Eastern, which is 12:02 in his time zone, I believe. So I'll report on that if it actually happened. The young whippersnappers thing might be true. I'll report on that next time as well. Sounds like they might be reuniting. But in terms of what we actually do know, let's get into it. So Kash retires from competitive play on March 20th. He put out a tweet. He said that the British Esports Cup, or whatever it's called, was going to be his last event. He competed in that final right before the Birmingham Championship Sunday. Ended up losing it, unfortunately, but had a very solid career. Made multiple RLCS lands. It was great to actually see him in Boston. Fun fact, this guy beat me at Bed Wars once in Minecraft. I got schooled by this guy. So hope that he finds, success in whatever's next. Shout out to a great career. March 22nd, old news at this point, but officially made official. Spacestation I gotta stop saying official. Spacestation announced Kofyr as their new signing. They announced that Frosty was released, I think, probably like the day or two prior. So Frosty's officially out as a free agent on the market. Kofyr is officially signed by Spacestation. That roster will be Kofyr, Scribbles, and Reveal for the next split. Take a little bit of a break. Two big pieces of news on March 26th, right before the major hits. The Gentlemates are set, Seikoo, Juicy, and Yujin. So essentially, there were a couple different options for this roster. They were trying out whether Seikoo wanted to keep Juicy or Radosin. He had to keep one of them in order to keep their RLCS points, which was, I'm guessing, a goal of the organization. Looks like he chose Juicy for that, obviously. And then there were also different options for that third place spot. There was Yujin, there was Mutzer, there was, I don't know if we have any other official names for that, to be honest. But they have gone with Seikoo, Juicy, Yujin. Yujin hasn't been announced. Radosin has officially been released from the organization, so that's a hint towards that. But that's going to be your Gentlemates squad for the second split. Shopify Rebellion is your next one. They're trying out currently with the duo of Two Piece and Paarth. No word on Jstn just yet, but in terms of the new third for Shopify Rebellion, who that could be Frosty, Comm, or Tawk. This roster is reportedly considering all of their options as they head into, the remaining part of the transfer window. But right now it's looking a lot more likely that it's going to be Two Piece and Paarth sticking together. Then we skip ahead to today and after the major. No one really announced anything big during the major days, which is kind of convenient. But the first one is down in OCE. Official confirmation as well. Power have signed. They already had Gus signed, but they have signed Caleb, Lunr, and then Coach Adam Baguette. Sorry about not mentioning him by name in the last video. I know he is instrumental in their success. He was the coach of that Hogan mode roster that went on the run. So a lot of people in the scene like him as well. But Power officially announcing their squad for OCE. They're going to need to inject some life into OCE considering what we saw at the major. Sorry, guys. And then the biggest news of today comes out of the Complexity camp. This one, news developed about it throughout the day. The first report that we got was around 12 hours ago, and that they're looking to replace Reysbull and looking for a new third. Later on in the day, Complexity actually announced the departure of Reysbull, so he's officially off the organization. And a lot of people instantly kind of went to the fact that CRR and DS kicked him and are looking for a new third. But DS put out like a sad face, and CRR had some nice words to say. But Reysbull's tweet goes over the fact that spending so much time away from home, being from South America, competing in North America, it's really taken its toll. He wants to move back to South America, and so he's going to do that. A little bit of a bittersweet departure there, but Complexity, officially announced the release of Reysbull because of that. For Complexity, on their side, they're targeting Frosty as their new pickup. Achilles has said this is probably going to happen barring a shock. So I would expect to see, I know I listed Frosty as a Shopify tryout, so he's still in consideration for that spot, but I think Complexity has more sway. But yeah, I would expect Frosty to be their new third, so you could see CRDS Frosty on the pitch for Complexity next split. And then Reysbull is expected to replace Sad on Corinthians. So Corinthians would be Droppz, Brad, and Sad. These guys are currently ranked 4th in South America. They've had pretty good performances overall. I don't know if this takes them to the heights of beating Secret. I know the Secret performance that we just watched on LAN wasn't the best, but I do think they're still solidly South America too. So I don't know if this move will push Corinthians high enough to get there, but it is a solid pickup for that squad. The other thing that I don't have written down on here for Complexity that I do really want to talk about is that I know there were rumors at the beginning of the year that Complexity was going to be leaving the RLEsports scene in June. There was a whole tweet. I think I actually reported about it on the board, but there was this whole tweet, players are getting all the prize money. They're going to get to boot camp, but we're shopping them around for other orgs. I think this was cleared up today by Achilles in the Shift Discord, which is probably the fastest paced news source in the scene. It's very difficult to keep track of. But essentially, with that, I think Complexity and the players have come to an agreement. So it sounds like they're at least sticking around the scene for now. So that could explain some of why, they're able to sway Frosty more than Shopify Rebellion, because at least if I'm Frosty and it's looking like Complexity isn't going to be an organization or isn't going to be paying the players, I'm much more considering that Rebellion tryout because money. But it does sound like Complexity is in it at least for the rest of the season from the sounds of it, which I think is awesome, because it would suck to have a major qualifying team lose an organization halfway through. So either way, that's it for today. I'll do my best to sift through all the fake news that's coming out tomorrow and technically today by the time you guys are watching this. Hope you all enjoyed the fact that I didn't do anything like announce Zen going to NRG or anything crazy like that, because I did consider it, but I was like, I don't know if I can craft a good enough move to make that work. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Catch you guys next time.